official table.
Kazakhstan and the European Union are set to strengthen political and economic cooperation. Kazakh delegation members and European officials held a discussion on the ways of enhancing partnership at the 17th Cooperation Committee meeting between Kazakhstan and the European Union in Brussels. The European Union is Kazakhstan's largest trade and investment partner. It also accounts for more than half of the foreign direct investments in the country. Moreover, Kazakhstan is the first Central Asian country which signed the Enhanced Partnership and Cooperation Agreement with the European Union. The document was ratified by Kazakhstan, the European Parliament, and 25 out of 28 European Union member states. The parties discussed partnership in 29 sectors, including energy, environmental protection, transport, healthcare, fight against terrorism and drug trafficking, as well as simplification of visa entries and regional cooperation.
Мы заинтересованы в привлечении и европейских технологий, и европейских инвестиций, конечно же.
We are interested in attracting European technologies and investments. A significant part of the discussion was focused on political cooperation. We also discussed President Nazarbayev's initiative, which was announced here in Brussels in October 2018, on arranging the dialogue between the leading world powers such as the United States, Russia, China, and the European Union.
As you know, Kazakhstan was the first country with whom we signed an enhanced partnership cooperation agreement, which is almost ratified by all member states. I think we have three missing out of 28. This meeting comes also at a moment when we have a number of positive development in the region, which we are very happy to support. We also appreciate the role of Kazakhstan in this regional better regional cooperation development. We appreciate also the role of Kazakhstan in general globally as favoring peace and stability. We appreciate the role of Kazakhstan on a number of initiatives that Kazakhstan took during its UN Security Council membership.
The Korkit Ata compressor station that was commissioned on the Beynu-Bozoy-Shymkent gas pipeline has reached its full capacity. The capacity of the station has increased from 10 billion to 15 billion cubic meters of gas per year. Following the launch of the facility, a unified system for the transportation of natural gas has been created and the export of gas to international markets has increased. 2/3 of the gas will be sold to China. The station was built with the latest technology. Equipment was imported from America. The average power of each unit is 12 megawatts. We have increased the annual volume of gas pumping to 15 billion cubic meters. The Korkit Ata compressor station is the third high-tech station launched in the past 2 months. 2 additional compressor stations were launched in Aral and Turkestan at the end of last year. The compressor station gives a big economic and social motivation to the population. The district budget will receive taxes. There will be various businesses opened around the gas compressor station. Export of meat in the East Kazakhstan region will be significantly increased. In order to ensure the supply, cattle breeding will be actively developed in one of the farms in the Tarbagatay district. The Kazakh white-headed cow will be bred. The main focus of the region's economy is the export of quality meat products. We began purchasing other cow breeds when the ones we had started losing weight. This had a positive effect on the cattle's weight. Meat for export must be of high quality. We are working towards that. If we don't increase the weight of the cows, it remains around 70 to 80 kilograms, while the maximum weight is 100 kilograms. After feeding the cattle for 4 to 5 months, we get 200 kilograms of pure meat. There were 25 feedlots in the Tarbagatay district 5 years ago. However, last year, the number of feedlots has exceeded 800. In 2019, an additional 4 facilities with 8,000 heads of cattle will be opened. The construction of feedlot for 4,000 heads of cattle has been completed in our area. Now we have about 2,000 cattle. We plan to double this figure within a couple of months. We also plan to build another feedlot for 3,000 cattle. Then we want to build 2 more feedlot facilities. Currently, we have a site for 1,000 cattle. In total, we will open a facility for 8,000 cattle by the end of this year. Based on forecast, the beef production this year will increase in Akmola region. Every year, the region produces more than 60,000 tons of meat. In the near future, the export of meat is planned to be increased by 2.5 times. The feedlot in the Malik Gabdulin village in the Zerendi district in the Akmola region has been reconstructed as new investors took over the business. The investors invested $15 million to increase the cattle population. Currently, there are 5,000 heads of pedigree cattle in the farm, and in the future, their numbers will be increased to 100,000. The current feedlot is part of a facility of corn fodder and meat processing plant.
Енді бізде бірнеше жаңа технологиялар енгізіліп жатыр. Қазір жаңа
We introduce new technologies. The feedlot is a new step in the development of animal husbandry business. It is created based on an American project. The water is heated in the bowels of the earth. This means that there is no electricity used. New feed dispensers have been recently brought here.
керек жоқ соны жылытуға және жаңа кормораздатчиктар да келіп жатырмыз.
The region plans to build and open a seed plant and 2 scientific research centers in the near future. The goal is to produce high-quality meat in the future.
Будет центр здоровья животных.
There will be an animal health center. We plan to build 5 huge supermarkets in 5 regions in the country. These hypermarkets will have up to 20,000 items as well as a full range of services and support in animal veterinary. According to the Kazakh Ministry of Agriculture, the volume of meat production is targeted to reach 1 million tons in Kazakhstan by 2027. Currently, the local meat product is exported to countries such as Iran, Bahrain, the United Arab Emirates, Russia, and Uzbekistan. The South Korea Central Asia Cooperation Forum will be organized in Kazakhstan in October this year. The decision to hold the event was made at a meeting of the Executive Committee of the Forum's Secretariat in Seoul. The event is an annual event, and this year it will be the 12th forum in a row. Representatives of the South Korean government, businessmen, delegations from Central Asian countries, and international organizations will attend the event in Kazakhstan. The forum is aimed at strengthening the cooperation between the countries in trade, cultural, humanitarian, and other areas.
Во-первых, хотелось бы сказать, что очередное заседание форума.
First of all, I want to say that the next meeting of the forum will be organized this fall in Astana at the level of foreign ministers. This decision was confirmed at the meeting of the Executive Council. The countries have confirmed their participation at this level.
Форума подтвердили свое участие на этом уровне.
In August, 5 to 6 representatives of the Central Asian countries will arrive in South Korea to attend the courses on creating leaders of the new generation. There will be trainings for professionals of healthcare, water resources, transport, and logistics. A competition of business ideas will be organized as well. In addition, South Korean citizens will have an opportunity to take part in the Eurasian Academy project from March to December. Lectures on Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan will be organized at South Korean universities. In the future, project participants will intern at universities, research institutes, and enterprises in the Central Asian countries. Kyrgyz officials are introducing digital transformation in the country's education sector. The local education ministry has approved an online Kyrgyz language program aimed at promoting the language throughout the country. The new software is designed to provide easy explanation of Kyrgyz grammar and spelling to students. This software will assist teachers to make the lessons more interesting and entertaining. Students and parents can also access the software at home to learn certain lessons and do exercises both online and offline. The government allocated $190,000 for the software development. The program took 1 year to be created. It was tested by a special group in 60 schools in Kyrgyzstan. Developers created an electronic system which meets all the requirements of the school program. The software also contains an application which provides texts in Kyrgyz language.
Программный продукт, который озвучивает текст на кыргызском языке, это первая фаза.
We developed software which can recognize the users' voices and read texts in Kyrgyz. The project is the first stage of transitioning to the artificial intelligence which can fully speak the Kyrgyz language. We developed the end product for the language learning software which includes all aspects of the Kyrgyz language. Kyrgyz developers also created special Kyrgyz language learning software for preschool and elementary school students. Users are divided into 2 age groups, from 3 to 5 and from 6 to 10 years old. These developments are being introduced as part of the Year of Regional Development and Digital Transformation in Schools. Mobile application is another important tool for the electronic education development. Modern children are active users of gadgets. Therefore, developers are set to promote language learning among smartphones users. A competition on new housing and utilities innovation is being held in Kazakhstan. Winner of the contest will receive support from the government and international financial institutions. According to Kazakh public utilities officials, developers of the best project will visit Silicon Valley. The competition identifies the best innovative technologies in renewable energy, energy efficiency, waste management, and resource conservation. The new developments will be used to bring Kazakhstan closer to the standards of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development.
Планируется привлечь для начала около 100 стартапов.
We are planning to have about 100 startups to be involved in the selection process. We will apply the selection funnel principles to identify 10 startups, which will have more chances to be commercialized. In the end, there will be 2 startups which will be fully financed and will have the opportunity to visit the Silicon Valley.
Который непосредственно уже получит полное финансирование, вплоть до посещения Силиконовой долины.
Kazakhstan has achieved a historical breakthrough in oral surgery performed in the country. For the first time, doctors at the National Research Center of Maternity and Childhood implanted a titanium implant into the jaw of a teenager. Previously, only adults could undergo such surgery, which costs some $50,000 overseas. The surgery was free of charge at the hospital. This is an import substituting technology. We used to go abroad to receive these treatment methods and technologies. Now we have brought those technologies here. We will continue to work. Of course, the doctors are trained to do the surgery. We are confident in our abilities. 17-year-old Turkestan resident Dias Rustem had a jaw fracture which caused difficulties with eating for more than 10 years. Only after the 4th surgery at the National Research Center, he felt an improvement. In 2005, my parents had an accident. I got many injuries, including a jaw fracture. Doctors put a splint into my jaw. When I was a child, I didn't notice it. My mouth used to open only 2 centimeters. I hadn't eaten normally for 12 years. During this time, I had 3 surgeries in Almaty. All 3 were ineffective. Oral surgeon Ruslan Shatunchin has been trained in Moscow in order to operate on Dias. In Russia, a 3D full-size stereolithography model of the skull and an individual titanium implant has been ordered specially for the patient. Unlike the bone that settles, the prosthesis will last for a lifetime. We are at the stage of developing 3D modeling. This will shorten the time and the budget, which means we will pay less. If we learn how to do it, we simply set the program and bring the necessary parts from abroad. Doctors say that today nearly 40 teenagers need oral and maxillofacial surgeries in Kazakhstan. Over the past year, maxillofacial surgeons at the medical center operated on approximately 250 adult patients. 4 of them had rare cases. Kazakh archaeologists made a valuable discovery. Explorers found ancient houses typical for the Kokan and Kazakh Khanates era near the ancient settlement of Kultobye in Turkestan. Scientists discovered fragments of a tandoor oven, corridors, and doors. Supporting columns are also among the new findings. Pieces of jars discovered at the site are dated back to various time periods. Scientists believe that the items will reveal new facts about ancient people's lifestyle.
Ерекше бір зат бар, ол жаңағы баланың ойыншығы. Ол ысқырық түрінде.
We discovered a children's toy at the site. The whistle is made of ceramics. Similar toys were discovered in other sites. We found several toys during the excavation works. There was also an oven designed to create ceramics next to the toys.
Түрінде оның қасынан жаңағы сол керамиканы күйдіретін ошақтың да қалдықтары табылып жатыр.
Archaeological research will be performed by the Kazakh Research Institute of Culture. About 80 archaeologists are involved in the excavation works. They're planning to increase the number of their team to 300.
There
are many places where archaeological works were not performed. Therefore, archaeologists started excavation works near the Kultobye settlement. After that, we will focus on the Khan's mosque, Khan's headquarters, and ancient paths. These places will be researched by archaeologists. Turkestan region and the Kultobye settlement provided many historical findings. The Kazakh Ministry of Culture and Sports is currently working on the restoration of the ancient historical facilities to turn them into prominent attractions and travel destinations. Meanwhile, archaeologists discovered Samarkand-era items in the Mialy burial site in Atarau region. The findings include gold jewelry pieces with the image of winged horse, a belt decorated with silver elements, and iron snaffle bits. The findings are dated back to the 4th to 3rd centuries BC when Samarkands used to live by the Caspian Sea. A unique item was discovered in Mialy burial site in Atarau region. It is gold jewelry items with the images of winged horses. These items showed that ancient jewelers were highly skilled. Archaeologists discovered 87 items in the Mialy burial site. A cooking pot found at the site is especially valuable. This cooking pot is special because of the animal images on the handles, which is the saiga antelope. Such saiga antelopes are common in our region. Therefore, we can say that this pot was made here in this region. Scientists believe that the items belong to the late Iron Age. The ancient findings went through multiple transformations over the years. Experts say that the items cannot be exhibited in their current state. The findings will be sent to Almaty for restoration works. They will be exhibited as part of our exhibition. Archaeologists will continue excavation works in Atarau region this year. Previously, a third golden man was discovered in the Araltobye burial site, and a burial site of a wealthy woman was found in the Korgansha settlement. Therefore, archaeologists show great interest in the region, which used to be home to Samarkand and Sakha people. The 112th Years of Glamour, Pin-Up and Fashion Retro exhibition was opened in Astana. The unique exhibition includes engravings, collages, pages of famous American publications, calendars, posters, and works of popular illustrators of the 20th century. These exhibits were brought from several private collections in the USA. They were then transferred to the Metropolitan Gallery from the fund of the St. Petersburg Art Bank.
Это предметы искусства. На самом деле это предметы, за которыми охотятся коллекционеры, потому что...
These are art objects. In fact, these are items that collectors look for because the most ancient exhibit of today's project dates back to 1907. There weren't magazines, but instead there were albums on art, books, and guidelines. If someone wanted to be fashionable and beautiful, he or she should follow the instructions that were described in these fashion books. We can trace all the stages that pin-up has gone through.
Здесь мы можем проследить все этапы, которые прошел пин-ап.
Some of the exhibits are modern collectible posters, which were issued in the past 3 decades. Experts say that the concept of the exhibition is based on historical aspect. The main idea of the event is to display the chronicle of vintage fashion. In total, the exhibition features over 90 works of 26 artists.
Гламур уже 112 лет назад уже был гламур.
И когда мода интегрирована в искусство,
The glamour style has been created for 112 years now. When fashion is integrated into and combined with art, it gives such double effect to drawings or sketches. After seeing this exhibition today, I believe people will be enlightened with another story, which is pin-up. There were very few such art exhibitions and events in Kazakhstan, but now Astana is developing fast in terms of art or fashion.
выставок, мероприятий. Сейчас Астана шагает семимильными шагами. Шагает в арт, в мир искусства.
The exhibition is open to residents and visitors of the capital until March 16.